Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Georgetown High School, the site for tonight's matchup with the Georgetown Eagles facing the Pflugerville Panthers. I'm Holden Tuma. Wally Harmon is out and about away on the call tonight. He's actually in Hawaii, so no need to feel bad for him. I'm sure he's getting a lot of sunshine, learning how to hula hoop. So he's having a blast over there. Wish him all the best, and I would be remiss if I started this broadcast with anything other than the highest praise to Wally Harmon for allowing me this opportunity. I cannot say enough about him, about how much I've learned from him, and how much he means to me. So thank you very much, Wally, for trusting me with this opportunity with the call tonight. And it's a big one. You couldn't ask for a better game. Georgetown comes into the ball game 19-12, 4-5 in district. Pflugerville 17-13, but 5-5 in district. Both really jarring at each other for those final playoff spots. A lot riding on the line tonight. But we have a big commitment to announce. Q Presley has officially, according to his Instagram page, committed to Wilmington College in Ohio. So massive shout out to him. Congratulations on that commitment. That's a beautiful thing to see, that these players can continue playing the game they love at the next level. I always love to see that. And super congratulations to Q Presley. But like I was saying, a big ball game tonight. Playoffs are on the line. The district standings, Eastview solidified the 1 seed, but then there's a whole mess of teams in the middle. Connolly, 21-11 overall, 5-4 in district. Pflugerville, 5-5, and then Georgetown's currently at that 4 spot, 4-5 on district, tied with Weiss, also 4-5, and then Hendrickson at 4-6 still has a chance. They need a lot of things to go their way, but essentially for this point onwards, and this is kind of how it's been the last couple games. It's been you have to win if you want to make the playoffs. And Georgetown's really struggled with that. In the clutch time in this season, they've lost 4 of the last 5 games, including last 2 in a row. And they really need to right the ship quickly. There's only 3 more games left, including tonight, to hopefully stack these wins and solidify a playoff spot for themselves. On the other side, Pflugerville is currently ahead of Georgetown in the standings, 1 more district victory. A loss would not be the end of the world for Pflugerville's hopes, but at this point, like I said, you have to win and you're in. If you lose, you start giving all the power to other teams and needing other teams to come bail you out of situations that you put yourselves in with losses, and no team wants to be there. I talked about this last game with Georgetown. They might be in a situation where they're going to have to go at Eastview and win that game to make the playoffs because of these last couple losses, but it all starts tonight. You have to take care of business at home court against Pflugerville, a very tough Pflugerville team, 17-13, a good squad. They're very experienced, very talented. It's going to be a good fight tonight between the Eagles and the Panthers. I have 3 keys for the game coming into tonight. Firstly, how will Georgetown use their height advantage? Once again, like most games, they've got the size with Mayhew, 6'9". The tallest player on the Panthers is 6'4", Javion Martin, wearing number 23. So how will Georgetown use the size to attack offensively and also prevent scoring opportunities defensively? Secondly, how will Georgetown respond to the ebbs and flows of the game? We saw a lot of this last week against Weiss. They had a good lead coming out of the first half, and then the second half, the momentum started to shift, and Georgetown really caved, and Weiss really ran away with that game at the end. How will they respond better in situations that they're going to lose momentum? The other team's going to go on a run. How will they bounce back from that? And then thirdly, how will Georgetown limit the turnovers? That was the big key to allowing Weiss to get on that run last week and ultimately win that game, was the turnovers in the second half were killing any Georgetown offensive momentum that they had. How will they limit those? Who's going to be the passer? What sets are they going to run to get clean looks so you're not forcing anything? And then also just the philosophy of the team. Where are you going to get those looks? Is it Evan Mayhew, 6'9", down low? Is it attacking with Dupre, who can do it all, pull up threes or drive inside? Or is it the perimeter game with Q Presley, Nick Hansen bombing threes? They've got the potential to do a lot of different things. It's always interesting to see what they do elect to do. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left in the pregame warm-up. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to have starting lineups and the tip-off for tonight. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Royalty, put blame on me. Hate my trends. Word up OG, watch how you talking your tone. What I be on, you cannot make me a clone. You already know T versus G. G. tagging the limits, won't fit the criteria. Hearing hysteria, saying American. Hang around you and your crew's embarrassing. Take that sneak post down, flexing on me is hilarious. Don't take it from me, I put it in work. Listen and see where I've been. Blame the foretelling by the masses. Read by the skull on my saber and pen. Put down the mic and he calling me in. Can I receive? Ain't do it for them. You living and breathing within.
Welcome you back to Georgetown High School. 23 seconds until the national anthem. We'll get the starting lineups for both teams. I mean, you could not ask for a bigger game. A Tuesday night, Centex. It's very warm for early February. I think it's like 80 degrees outside as we take you to the PA announcer.
Panthers and your Georgetown Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, this time, please rise if you can. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Let's get you introduced to the teams, beginning with the Pflugerville Panthers. Head coach David Reynosa will send this starting group to the floor. Number 3, Miles Johnson. Number 4, Ryan Buchanan. Number 5, Quentin Gopi. Number 23, Davion Martin. And number 24, Trenton Calvert. Here are your starting 5 for the Georgetown Eagles. The 6'1" senior guard, number 2, Q Presley. The 5'11" junior guard, number 11, Nick Hansen. The 6'3" senior wing, number 23, Davin Sedgwick. The 6'6" senior wing, number 25, Ryan Dupree. And the 6'9" senior post, number 44, Evan Mayhew.
So there are your starting lineups for tonight. The usual suspects for the Eagles: Hugh Presley, Nick Hansen, Davin Sedgwick, Ryan Dupree, and Evan Mayhew with the starts. On Pflugerville, Ryan Buchanan, Quentin Gothi, Miles Johnson, Davion Johnson, and Trenton Calvert with the starts tonight. It's going to be Mayhew with the tip-off against number 24, Trenton Calvert. That's an 8-inch size advantage. And the Eagles don't win the opening. No, don't. It's going to go with Pflugerville after quick battle. Taking up the court. A quick three-point attempt. No good. Close iron. Rebounded offensively. Tries to save it and just kind of chucks it into the Eagles. Q Presley with the steal. And now they get to set up an early offensive rhythm. A quick three-point attempt always lets the defense know that kid is a shooter. They're going to have to keep an eye out on the three-pointers. So they go inside. It's blocked. Mayhew tries to save it. It's going to be Pflugerville saving it, actually. Going the other way now in transition. Pump fake inside. Getting to the rim. Got it. Good position. A good pass outside. Pump fakes the three. Open man. His three-pointer is good. The first points of the game to number 5, Quinton Goethe. Hits the three-pointer, and they're on the board first. 3-0 Pflugerville. 7 minutes to go. Cube taking it across midcourt. 23 to 11 Hansen. Close side. Inside. Oh, just kind of chucks it away. It's stolen. Pflugerville with the transition. Three-point opportunity. Passes it up. Now they're going to slow things down with Johnson to the corner. Goethe another three and another hit. 2 straight threes for Goethe. 6-0 early for Pflugerville. 2 for 2, but couldn't ask for a better start for Quinton Goethe downtown. Q takes it across midcourt. Looking at his man get to the Sedgwick in the far wing. To Dupre in the corner. Fakes, drives, gets a step back, and then he's going to get inside. A good pass, but Hansen can't finish. Boarded by Pflugerville, and now they're on the move. Cross midcourt inside. Oh, loses it. Off of 24's foot. It's Trenton Calvert. It's going to be out of bounds. Georgetown ball. A quick 6-0 start. Some open early threes for Pflugerville, knocking them down. There's no better way to settle into an away game than knocking down your first couple jumpers, especially from three-point range. Get an early rhythm, settle the crowd into things. It's going to be Dupre on the far side. Pass it up to Q. Fakes a three. Has a step. Big body. Oh, he gets it ripped away. Pflugerville on the attack. Goes up. I think he tried to dunk it. Got a little hesitant, but he does hit it. And an early timeout for David Canfield. We're going to take it with him. 8-0 early for Pflugerville.
Timeout. Georgetown.
So Pflugerville off to a great start early, 8-0. Georgetown still looking for their first basket. Under 6 minutes now to go in the first quarter. He's got it guarded tightly by Trenton Calvert. Gets across half court. Pass into Dupre, who takes it inside. Good pass to Evan, who's got position. Big body, foul, no call. It's going to be another board for Pflugerville. And Georgetown really cannot get a basket to fall right now. Now Pflugerville working it. Pump fake inside, goes inside on Mayhew. A floater, can't connect. Mayhew with the board. And a stop for the Eagles is big time. And Pflugerville cannot add on to the 8-0 lead. Hansen takes it across midcourt. He's got plenty of space. Clearing him out. Gets a screen from Mayhew inside, but doesn't pull the trigger. And it's going to be back out to Dupre up top. To Sedgwick on the far wing. Inside to Mayhew. That's ripped away. They dive for it. Pflugerville's going to come away with it. They lose it, and it's Hansen who gets the ball finally. Pulls up with a jumper. Can't connect. You'd like to see him take that all the way. He misses the jumper, and now it's Pflugerville on transition. From the inside, a good pass inside, and the layup is hit by number 3, Miles Johnson, and it's 10-0 early for the Pflugerville Panthers. He's going to have it taken past midcourt. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Inside to Mayhew. Runner motion. It's going to be attempted charge, but they're going to call the block. So the first foul on Javion Martin, number 23. And that's how you have to defend the taller players. Try to get the charge. At that time, it's called for a block. 4 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the first. Georgetown still looking for their first basket of the game. Q tries to get it inside, but it's ripped away by Pflugerville. A lot of early turnovers for Georgetown. There's a shake and bake on Dupre. Can't hit the runner. Then it's ripped away by Pflugerville. Henson got caught watching, and inside Pflugerville goes, but it's blocked by Mayhew and Dupre. The outlet pass to Hanson. Close to the out of bounds. He stays in. Sedgwick's got it inside to Dupre. Well done there. Great passing for Georgetown's first bucket of the game. Dupre hits it, and Georgetown's on the board. Goethe across midcourt now for Pflugerville. Up to Buchanan. Now back to Miles Johnson. To Buchanan again. His three-pointer is good. Pflugerville letting it fly early. 3 3-pointers in this first quarter, and they're up 13-12. He's trying to settle things down offensively. Pflugerville's defense relentless, and he's forced to give it up to Dupre. A lot of motion happening. He's going to try to make a man miss. Drives inside, good position, and gets it to go. Dupre back-to-back buckets now inside. And I talked about this pregame. Georgetown, again, has a height advantage, and Dupre right now making them pay. The tallest defender for Pflugerville is going to be on Mayhew, so Dupre is absolutely going to have a mismatch on most opportunities. Goethe now with it. In rhythm, gets it inside on the post of Martin. Working on Dupre, hop step inside, good position. Oh, but he traveled. I thought they were going to call a foul there instead of travel, and now we're going to have the first subs of the game as Jaheim Dowd and Lucas Lyle come in for Nick Hansen and Evan and Ryan and Dupre and Evan Mayhew rather. As Sedgwick gets the inbounds to Q Presley. 4-13. The Eagles find themselves down with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Q's still trying to shake his man, looking for his first points of the game. Goes inside, a tough runner, can't get it to go. It's close, but it rattled out, and now Pflugerville has a transition opportunity. A three-pointer, Miles Johnson misses it long, and it's going to go out of bounds. Pflugerville tries to save it, but I believe he's going to touch it last, so it will be Georgetown basketball. Sedgwick on the inbounds play. Georgetown's really struggling to maintain possession of the ball. The turnovers already being an issue, dismantling any sort of rhythm that Georgetown wants to build on offense. Q Presley still looking for his first bucket of the game, gives it up to Sedgwick. And now he's going to give it up to Dupre, trying to make his man miss. He loses control. And we've got a timeout by David Canfield once again. So 2 timeouts in the first quarter. We're going to take it with him. Come back to the first quarter, 2 minutes, 26 seconds left to go. Georgetown's down 4-13, about as bad of a start as the Eagles could have imagined. Pflugerville hits multiple open threes. Georgetown can't buy a basket, a lot of turnovers. Still trying to settle in, find a rhythm. Dupre's got it on the close corner, up to Jaheim Dowd, who cuts inside. He's got position, but he's going to bounce it back out to Dupre. Now he goes to work, pass it out to Sedgwick. A jab step. Inside to Dowd. He's got a much smaller defender. He goes bully ball. Inside, he's doubled. He goes up anyway. Lucas Lyle, the offensive board, still can't get it, and now it's taken away by Pflugerville. Fighting for the ball, and they're running in transition now. A Euro step inside. Oh, they're going to wave off the shot. The foul was before the shot attempt. So the bucket will not count, but it will be Pflugerville ball. Oh, the foul by Davin Sedgwick. Or are they going to call an offensive foul? It's going to be an offensive foul, rather. So it's going to be a turnover now. And Georgetown will instead get the ball. So a huge play there. Not giving up a three-point opportunity with an and one. Instead, it's going to be a charge. So Georgetown will take possession. Hugh Presley now, guarded by Calvert. He gets across midcourt. But they're really playing tough on him. They know how lethal he can be. But he gets a step, loses the ball, though. Out of bounds. Pflugerville will take possession. Another turnover for Georgetown's offense. They have 4 points with 1:42 left to go in the first quarter. Their only points coming from Brian Dupre's drives inside, which have been great looks all season long, but they've really struggled to get anything outside of that going. Pflugerville now trying to build on their lead. Buchanan's got a deep three, pulls it up anyway, and I think he missed everything. It's going to be an air ball turnover. Georgetown will take possession, and they needed that because another three that would take this to a double-digit lead in the first quarter. Obviously a lot of time to claw their way back into this game, but you never want to fall behind that much at home because the crowd can easily fall out of the game and you lose your biggest advantage. Hansen now is going to take it off the inbound, get across midcourt to Dupre now. Now he's going to be a facilitator inside. Good pass to Brown on the cut, and he hits the bucket. So Georgetown's now up to 6. A minute, 9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Great pass, great cut there. And again, their only buckets in this first quarter are inside. Pflugerville now trying to build on their lead and this mini Georgetown run. Got an open look on the corner. Again, it's Buchanan, and this time he knocks it down. Ryan Buchanan with a three. His second three of the first quarter brings him up to 16-6. 43 seconds to go. Dupre's going for it, loses it for a moment, gets it back. Now to Hansen. He's going to try to slow things down. Dupre's back at it, drives inside, just makes a man miss. Finds a man, Lyle's open, and he gets a runner to go. Great job there isolating the defender who fell down, finding the man he was covering, and they've got a mismatch all the way, and Lyle takes it up strong for the bucket. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. 8-16, your score. Buchanan pump fakes a three, drives it outside, attempted steal, misses it though. Now Pflugerville's got a chance, they drop the ball. He's just gonna throw it away, and it's stolen by Dupre. 7 seconds to go in the first quarter. He's gonna slow it down, now go, and he gets fouled. A minute 44 left to go, fouled on the drive. Probably the best call there, going inside, attempting to put that defender in conflict. And it's going to be a foul on Pflugerville. 2 attempts. His first free throw is good. One more to come. A minute 44, likely not enough time for Pflugerville to have a last-second shot. So this free throw will probably be the end of the first quarter as he does hit it. And he does get it off, and it's no good. So score end of one, 16-10. Pflugerville leads it. A flurry of three-pointers really propelled Pflugerville in that first quarter. See what adjustments Georgetown makes in the second. We'll be right back after this.
Just a reminder, tonight is elementary school night. If you're an elementary school student and you want to participate at halftime, when halftime comes, please take your basketball players to center court once the teams are off the court.
We welcome you to the second quarter, and apologies, I think the score was flipped. So it is Pflugerville with 16, Georgetown with 10. And Georgetown gets the inbounds to start the second, and Hansen going on the attack early. Gets a good pass to Mayhew, who's got position. He's doubled, goes up anyway, and hits the tough shot. 2 defenders on him, a lot of contact, no call, but he hits the layup. And now Evan Mayhew's made this a 4-point ball game, 7:40 left to go in the second. Georgetown's done a great job responding to the early flurry of threes by Pflugerville, matching the energy, clawing their way back into this game. Now just a 4-point difference. Pflugerville really slowing it down now. Gothi taking his time dribbling. Over to Calvert, who's got Hansen on him. Now an open man at the three-point line, doesn't take it. Another Buchanan play, he passes it up. Back to Buchanan on the far side. Now it's back to Gothi, and they're gonna reset. Dupre on defense. He's close enough to start the 5-second turnover count. Now Gothi breaks it, but he's still really struggling to find anywhere to go. Now he's going to try to take, gets a step, doesn't go, pulls it out. And now it's going to be, it's going to be fouled. I thought it was a clean rip. Instead, it's going to be a foul on Dupre, his first.
Foul charge, number 25, Ryan Dupre.
But if that possession is anything to go off of, Georgetown's defense has really figured something out here. Pflugerville had absolutely nowhere to go with the ball. Inbounds play, gets it into Calvert. Now back to Gothi. He's got a screen, could have taken a three, he elects not to. Now Johnson's got an attempt, he passes it up. Calvert has an attempt, now they're not shooting the threes. He goes inside instead, on to smaller Hansen. A tough shot, can't get it to go, Mayhew with the board. And Georgetown a chance to continue digging into this lead. It's gonna be Dupre, a full court pass to Brown by his feet. He pulls it up and pulls it in. Adrian Brown, a low pass, but he gets it, collects and fires, hits the three. A 1-point deficit now for Georgetown. Easily and very quickly dismantling this Pflugerville lead. Jaden Johnson holds on to it. Gonna be into Gothi now with Dupre on him. Back out to Johnson. Mayhew has been drawn outside. It's Buchanan, he's a shooter. Pump fakes, gets inside, but good defense there by Brown on the recovery. And Pflugerville threw it away. Almost saved by Gothi, but he ended up stepping out of bounds. Another turnover now for Pflugerville. And just like that, Georgetown with an offensive chance to take the lead very quickly in the second quarter, just under 6 minutes to go. Very impressive response by Georgetown. I talked about this in pregame, how they respond to the ebbs and flows. They ebbed right there, a major flow on the negative side, and they've come out in this end of the first and early second with an intensity that's really clawed into this lead. Dupre backing down. Now he's going to pass it up to Brown, up to Hansen. Pulls up with a three and hits it. Nick Hansen for three takes the lead for Georgetown. Talk about stroking with confidence. Just caught and let it rip. A three-pointer there. Eagles take the lead 18-16. Now Pflugerville finds themselves down. Troy Buchanan checked into the game, the 5'7" freshman. And now Gothi's going to let it sit and try to figure out where he wants to attack. Out to Buchanan. He's still a shooter, but pump fakes, drives inside, and has to dish it to his brother, Troy, who goes to work on Brown. Gets inside, a tough jumper. Hey, gets it to go. What a shot there by Troy Buchanan. Off balance, out of rhythm, and still hits it. Now Hansen making a move to get the defender off of him and gets it across midcourt to Lucas Lyle. Dupre catches, collects, gets a step, drives inside, and Dupre hits the shot. And now both offenses find a little something here in the second. Quick pass in transition. Buchanan's got it. Step back on Lyle, but does not take the shot. And they're going to reset up top, slow things down. Quentin Gothi back to Buchanan. Has a chance. Lucas Lyle's on him. He elects not to take the mismatch. And now they try to switch him off to Hansen. They do. Buchanan can't take the shot. And they're once again going to reset an offensive play, try to get something going. Gothi the point, Dupre manning him. A little bit of motion, goes inside, pass it out. A three-pointer by Buchanan, misses everything. Pflugerville saved it off Mayhew, but his foot hit the ground. So it's going to be another turnover on an air ball. Georgetown takes possession. All the momentum in the world now on the Eagles side after that quick flurry. Georgetown hitting some threes of their own, attacking with aggression, good defense. 20-18 your score, 4 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the second quarter. Georgetown's really come out with a fury in the second quarter. It's really impressive to see. Hansen takes it up uncontested past midcourt to Dupre on the far side. Oh, contact. That's going to be an offensive foul. A great job there getting in front of the defender. It's always 50-50 with those calls. That's why I can't be a ref, because stuff like that where it's so dicey, I would never know which side to choose. They elect to go with the offensive foul on Dupre, and it's going to be a turnover. Pflugerville takes possession. Buchanan now working on Hansen. Makes a spin, gets across midcourt, now turns on the accelerator, gets doubled, gets the pass off though to Gothi, cuts inside, finds a lane. His runner's short, gets the offensive board, misses again, and Mayhew's using the size to get the rebound. Great job boxing out and collecting over Pflugerville players. And now Georgetown in transition. Lucas Lyle going all the way, loses the ball. It's going to be off of Pflugerville, so it's going to stay with Georgetown. You don't see him take too many with aggression there. He goes for it, and it rounds up being stripped away. It will stay with Georgetown, though. 20-18, 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the second. A lot of energy these teams are both playing with on defense in that first quarter in particular, but now the offense is really finding something out. Mayhew gets it on the inbounds, gets a step, gets good position. The drop step inside takes Mayhew up and takes Georgetown up to 22 on the game in the second quarter. Quick pass is blocked. Dupre blocks it, stares down Buchanan. That is a tough mismatch. Brian Buchanan, number 4, is 5'9". Ryan Dupre, 6'6". That's going to be a tough ask to get a shot over him. That one is rejected. And now Pflugerville has to inbound once again. Guthy's going to set it up top. A little bit of motion, some screens, try to get someone loose. Buchanan inside. Georgetown's elected to go zone now. 22 inside, a drive on Mayhew. Gets a step, gets it to go. Jaden Johnson with the bucket. Gets Pflugerville to 20, and now it's a 2-point game. 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the first half. Hansen will take it up, got Buchanan on him. Inside position, Mayhew goes to work post-game. A good spin. He's got his man jumping. He can't finish, though. Good defense there by Martin to recover from the jumps. And now Pflugerville in transition. Troy Buchanan takes it, now Gothy. Back to Buchanan, to Ryan Buchanan. Fakes the three, steps back. Pass it back to the open man, Troy Buchanan, the freshman. His three-pointer, too strong, and it's rebounded by Lyle. A couple opportunities now in the second quarter that open shooters have missed, which we did not see a lot of in that first quarter for Pflugerville. Another three-pointer missed there by Troy Buchanan. Lead stays at 22-20, and Georgetown with a chance to add. Adrian Brown to the far wing. Rifles it inside to Lucas Lyles. Got position. A great pass from Adrian Brown. Puts some mustard on it. And Lucas Lyles takes it and goes right up with aggression. Hits the shot. 24-20 now your score. Eagles up by 4. 2 minutes to go in the first half. A zone coverage, so he's going to pull up right in front of Mayhew. Misses it short. And Dupre now is going to take it across. Another chance to start adding on to this lead. Dupre drives inside, goes full force, gets the man out of position, hits the runner layup. A 6-point lead now for your Eagles. Martin goes inside all the way. It gets it to go. A tough shot there by Javion Martin around Evan Mayhew, who elected to go block. And we're going to have a timeout on the court. So we're going to take it with them right back after this. We welcome you back to Georgetown High School. A minute 36 to go in the second quarter. A 4-point lead for the Eagles. They'll have it inbounds. A chance to add before halftime. And a relentless second quarter for your Eagles. They were down coming out of the first. Come out with a lot of aggression defensively and high-level execution on offense. And they've retaken the lead. Hyatt Toomer in the game now for the Eagles. As Q Presley making a man miss. Goes inside. Trill's still trying to get his first points. And that, I think, was tipped and missed. Pflugerville now with an opportunity in transition. Martin goes inside, makes a man fall. It's going to be a missed shot. They called a foul, I believe. Could not see who they called it on. It looks like it will be free throws for Javion Martin.
Number 11, Nick Hansen.
And the foul is on Nick Hansen. That'll be his first. That'll be 2 free throws for Javion Martin. He's been a menace defensively on boards. Really made life difficult in that first quarter for the Eagles as he hits the first free throw. So now 26-23, a minute and 9 left in this first half with one more free throw opportunity to go. A dribble, a spin, another dribble, and miss it. Rebound by Mayhew. So the score will remain 26-23. A minute to go now in this second quarter. Hansen takes it across half. Up to Tumo in the far wing. Gets it inside to Mayhew. To Q Presley now far wing. 53 seconds to go. Goes inside. Looking for a man. Gets it to Tuma. Pull up 3 from deep. I can't connect. Over the top of the backboard. That's what he can do. Tuma's the best shooter on that team. A little bit long on that shot, though. As it's going to be Pflugerville ball now. 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. Chance to potentially tie the game before halftime. Miles Johnson takes it up top, has Nick Hansen on him. He has the size advantage there. Will he elect to use it? They're going to try to take out the rest of the clock, go for last shot opportunity. Now Gothi's got it back out to Johnson. They're not playing him tight. They're letting him use the time as they go under 16 to go. And now Javion Martin goes inside. A spin move. Can't get it to go, but offensive board gets it and the foul. Miles Johnson hits the shot. Free throws to come. A chance to tie the game now. 11 seconds, essentially 12 seconds, 11.83 to go in this second quarter. A good aggressive take to get inside there by Javion Martin, and then the attention to detail to follow up with the offensive board. Go up immediately, get the foul, get the bucket. A chance to tie here. It's good. It's all tied at 26 now. 10 seconds to go before halftime. Hanson's going to take it up quickly. Behind the back dribble. Gets a screen from Mayhew. He loses the ball. He's running out of time now and just kind of throws it away. Now Pflugerville will have a chance, and he misses. So it's going to be all tied at 26 at halftime. And a great game so far. Pflugerville comes out aggressive. Georgetown responds. All tied up at halftime. We'll take a quick timeout. We're going to come back. Halftime stats, some analysis from that first half, and then the second half of essentially this playoff game here in Georgetown, Texas. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Elementary school, want to participate, come on down.
Welcome to halftime at Georgetown High School. Scores all tied up at 26 each. About 5 minutes until the teams come back. Wanted to give you guys some stats from that first half, a little analysis on what I saw from the broadcast booth. Booth is quite a generous term. It's kind of just a stand that we're on. But, you know, I like to call it a booth. The Eagles are shooting 53% from inside the arc, 67% outside for an average of 55% from the field. Not bad at all. The killer, though, is the 7 turnovers in that first half. They had 7 assists, though, which is going to be interesting when I mentioned Pflugerville's turnover to assists. 6 turnovers for Pflugerville, 0 assists. It's been a lot of transition ball, ISO ball, going coast to coast, and it's worked so far. But we're going to see in the second half if the lack of passing, the lack of real execution on the traditional offensive sets comes back to haunt the Panthers in the second half of a tied ball game. Got to give a huge shout out before I kind of forget and move on. The halftime performance by the Sun City Georgettes, absolutely spectacular. A scene stealer. That was amazing. I got to watch them from courtside pretty much, and they did an amazing job. Didn't have it on the camera, but if you were here, you saw it, and if you are not here, just imagine it, and it was beautiful. Outside of that, though, Pflugerville's shooting 40% from 3 points, 4 of 10, and those shots really came in that first quarter that allowed them to build the early lead, and they've missed multiple since. They're shooting 42% from the field overall, obviously still tied. Both teams have 4 fouls, not much differential other than that turnover and assist ratio. Something to shout out, though, Evan Mayhew at half. 4 points, but 6 rebounds. He's been really impactful at securing those boards, which was a takeaway that we've had a couple of games where Evan's kind of waiting, a little bit more passive than we'd like him to see, and letting the balls come to him, and it's allowing the other teams to jump in front or cut around or kind of slap at him. And in this game so far in the first half, he's been aggressive. He's attacked the boards. He's secured them up top, and it's really saved a lot of possessions from going to the other side. A lot of things left to come in the second half. 26-26, your score at halftime. And, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. Like I've been saying multiple times, we've said this the last couple games. These games are playoff games. They're win-and-ins at this point because of how little games left to go. Obviously, still 3 for Georgetown, a couple for Pflugerville. They still have to continue stacking these wins. But for your Georgetown Eagles, essentially a loss here, more or less, is a... You're essentially going to get the 4 seed, or you're not going to get in at all. So it's a big deal if they were able to win this game, go up to 5-5 as opposed to, and then Pflugerville falls to 5-6. There's a lot of different standings to work out in the games to come, but you couldn't ask for something better than this. A tie ball game, everything really on the line for these two teams. We'll be right back when we come back, the second half, and essentially whoever wins is in a much better spot for the playoffs. Don't go anywhere. We welcome you back. Georgetown High School coming out of halftime. a tie ball game. We're going to see the original starting lineup for the Eagles. I imagine the original starting lineup for the Panthers. And it's 16 minutes, 8-minute quarters at the high school level. And essentially, it's 16 minutes for a much better view, a much better road to the playoffs, a much better opportunity for both of these schools, or it gets really, really dicey. Couldn't ask for something more impactful, more important than this. And Pflugerville will have the inbounds play to start us off. They really struggled to get an early rhythm in that second quarter, so it's going to be imperative for Pflugerville to come out hot in this third like they did in the first. They take things slow. They're running a play for Buchanan. It's walled off. Going to be back inside to Martin, who goes. A tough shot, but he is fouled. So he's going to have free throws coming. It's on Dupre. Looked like it was going to be on Mayhew. Instead, it's Dupre. And so that'll be 2 free throw attempts for Javion Martin and a chance to take the lead. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw was 7:43 in this third quarter. On the way. And good. So he knocks both of them down. Pflugerville with a 2-point lead coming out. And it's going to be Q Presley off the inbounds. Back to Dupre to take it past midcourt, uncontested. Now let's see what plays Georgetown might have cooked up at halftime. We got Hansen on the far wing. He pulls up a tough three. It's short. Off the hands of Mayhew, tipped it out, but Georgetown was already running back on defense, so they didn't get the board. Transition opportunity missed by Pflugerville. And a great play there by Quentin Goethe to save the ball, throw it off Sedgwick, and it'll stay Pflugerville's possession instead of going out on Pflugerville. Very heads-up play. They've tried that a couple times, but he stepped out of bounds. That time they get the ball bounce that they wanted, and they'll keep possession. Goethe to Johnson. Back up to Martin, and then back to Goethe. That's Buchanan now, but Dupre's on him. Size mismatch. He's not going to take that shot. Sesame Martin going inside on Mayhew. Can't get it to go. Offensive board. Tightly contested. Misses again, but Pflugerville tracks it down, and another offensive possession for Pflugerville. Back inside of Martin. Going to go at Mayhew again, and he's going to get another foul. So he's really putting the shoulder into Mayhew currently. 2 early free throw attempts, 2 sets of free throw attempts for Javion Martin now early in this third quarter, and they might have figured out something on the Pflugerville side offensively, a system that they want to run, which is attack with Martin on Mayhew, try to big body, and then get Mayhew to jump, leave his feet, and draw the foul. First free throw on the way, and good. One more to come, 6:51 left to go in the third. Second free throw on the way, and good. It's now 30-26. Pflugerville retakes the 4-point lead. Hansen, closely guarded by Buchanan, makes a move to get some separation and takes it across half court. Going to work now. Pass it up to Sedgwick on the far side. Inside to Mayhew. Good cut to Sedgwick, who gets the foul, gets the bucket. A 3-point play chance for Davin Sedgwick. A perfect response. You love to see them using Evan Mayhew as the offensive nucleus, getting him in the post game and allowing the cutters to come on either side of him and let him make a pass or make an attempt at the rack if he likes the matchup. That time he goes with the pass. Sedgwick, a great catch with the defender right on him, hits the shot. Can't get the free throw to go, so it's just 2 points, but still a beautiful offensive set there by the Eagles. Pflugerville now headed across half court. It's Goethe with the ball, guarded by Q Presley. Over on the side to Johnson. Now it's up to Martin. Over back to Goethe. Another set for Buchanan, who's not going to take the three. Inside Martin. He's got post game, but it's far out. He takes a step inside. A tough runner is good. That's a tough shot. And now Javion Martin kind of taking over in this third quarter. Scored 6 in a row for Pflugerville. Lead back up to 4, 32-28. 6 minutes to go in the third. Hansen on the close wing. Going to go inside. It's ripped away by Martin. He loses the ball, though. Mayhew's going to get it. And Georgetown's going to essentially get bailed out of a tough spot there as Dupre goes inside. Goes another cutter for Sedgwick, and that's stolen away. So 2 turnovers there by Georgetown, and now Pflugerville with transition opportunity. Buchanan fakes the long three, goes inside to Martin. He's going to go inside again. A jump step, goes inside, and it's going to be a travel. A little too fancy with the footwork. It's going to be a turnover, and Georgetown retakes possession. 5 minutes, 33 seconds to go in this third. Down by 4. Hansen's got it, passes it off to Q to take it across midcourt. Q Presley still looking for his first bucket of the game as he loses the ball, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. And this has definitely not been Q's night, not the night he wants, especially after his commitment to come out in the next game and really struggle. Obviously, it's a big deal for him. Yet to score, a turnover there. Pflugerville takes possession. Quentin Goethe now. Slow things down. Gets the play set up. He's not guarded, so he has all the time he needs. Now he steps up with a three-point line. Backs it out to Martin, who's staring down Mayhew. Goes inside at him, and it's blocked. That's blocked, and it's recovered by the Eagles. A good job by Mayhew. And Dupre has the ball stolen from him. It's stolen by Miles Johnson on the steal. Miles Johnson on the take. Miles Johnson on the bucket. A defense to offense in a big way now, and Georgetown once again finding themselves in a negative ebb right now. A lot of turnovers, can't find offensive rhythm, and Pflugerville's making them pay. Lead up to 6 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Hands into Sedgwick on the corner, goes inside, good pass to Mayhew, gets it to go. Beautiful setup pass over Martin, right into the bucket, and he barely even has to jump to get that inside. An easy bucket for Evan Mayhew, and they really needed that. They found good success inside when they've gotten accurate passing, but that's going to be the key of the rest of this game. How accurate can Georgetown be? They go inside, and Martin's tipped away by Mayhew. Great defensive play, and now Q's going to be on the transition 3-on-3. Q goes inside, gets the foul. His shot was going to be blocked, so he really needed that, and it looks like it's going to be on the court. So no free throws for Q Presley. I think he was probably hoping to finally see something go down. Instead, it's going to be an inbounds play for the Eagles. But either way, a defensive turnover creates an offensive opportunity for the Eagles to dig into this lead with 4 minutes to go. It's going to be Q Presley, the inbounder. Goes quickly into Mayhew, and it's almost tipped into Georgetown's bucket, but it falls away, and so Pflugerville will take possession. Goes inside quickly. He's got to lose in control is Miles Johnson. It's blocked by Dupre out of bounds. Pflugerville will retake possession. A little too aggressive there. Lost body control. Kind of was just falling backwards. Threw up a prayer. It was rejected, but they're going to get the inbounds play. And they're going to try to get into Goethe, but it's going to be a foul on Q Presley, a hold when he was coming out of the break. That's Q Presley's first foul. And it was going to be another free throw inbound opportunity for Pflugerville. Set up probably, I imagine, the same play. They do the same play, but to the other side. Now Buchanan's got a three-point look. Dupre closes quickly, and he's gotten one blocked already. He's not going to pull the trigger on another. Instead, it's going to be Goethe for 3, and he hits it. Goethe really stepped up into it, took his time, and knocks it down. Lead up to 7 now for Pflugerville, and Georgetown's in desperate need of finding some offensive consistency. Hansen's got it, up to Sedgwick on the far wing. Into Dupre, he's got it close, he gets a screen from Mayhew, steps back, puts up his dribble, and now Mayhew's got a switch, he gets doubled, loses the ball. It's gonna be, looks like a timeout. Looks like a timeout was called by Canfield. So it's gonna be Georgetown timeout, we'll take it with him when we come back. Third quarter continues.
Timeout, Georgetown.
Third quarter, 3 minutes, 23 seconds. Georgetown will have an inbounds play for Presley. Running out of time now, gets it into Lyle on the far corner. It's up to Dupre, closely guarded by Gothi. Now he goes to work, goes inside, gets a step, drives all the way, and he's fouled on the shot. A great take there by Dupre, using his size and length to get a wide angle on the defender and then collapse quickly into the rim. It puts that defender in a lot of conflict. No choice but to foul there on the take, and 2 free throws coming for Dupre. A chance to cut the lead to 5 with 2 makes. 3 minutes 13 to go in the third quarter. First free throw attempt in and out. Probably shouldn't have said anything. So now Dupre looking for his second free throw to get his first point from the line. Sets, fires, and hits. So Dupre gets it to 31 for the Eagles. A 6-point deficit now. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go for Pflugerville. Gothi takes it across half. Gets it into Johnson. And now Martin's got it at the three-point line. He's not a shooter. He's not taking any opportunities. So May's playing off of him. Back to Gothi now. Jaheim Dowd's Georgetown's best defender, so that might not be a match they want. They do pass it off. Now Johnson's got to step inside. Gets fouled by Lucas Lyle and gets the shot. A great sidestep to get around Q Presley, and a great finish there through the contact of Lyle. The foul, the shot, another three-point opportunity for Pflugerville to get their point total up to 40 if they hit this. Miles Johnson, his first free throw attempt from the line. Rattles in and out, no good, so cannot capitalize. And it will remain an 8-point game as Q tries to go across. Is well defended by Calvert. Does get it across half court, but he has to pass it up to Lyle in the close wing. Pflugerville's really playing with a lot of defensive intensity now. They've mimicked that of Georgetown from the second quarter as that pass gets low, gets jumped, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession error will stay with Georgetown, but it will reverse on the inbounds play. A great heads-up play by Pflugerville. They see the ball and they immediately attack it on the low pass. Inbound play to Presley. 2 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Georgetown looking to try to end this quarter on a kind of flurry offensively. They need a good start here as Dupre has it poked out. He loses it. Lyle saves it. Back out to Dupre on the reset. Pflugerville's not letting much happen without a lot of say-so as Lyle takes a corner three and misses everything. And that ball's jumped. And it is going to be a jump ball. Great job by Dowd to go after the board and apply enough pressure to get the refs to call that a jump ball. It'll stay with Pflugerville, but that possession arrow will switch back to Georgetown, and that could be crucial late into this ball game. Gothi with it, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, up by 8, looking to add on to this lead going into the fourth. Chance to potentially go up by double digits. Martin now goes inside. Good pass there. No look. 24 Calvert. Now back out to Martin on the far end. It's really fascinating to see them use Martin as the offensive nucleus, as kind of the center, the large body. You don't usually see him be the guy dribbling out at half court, but they've elected to do so by Pflugerville, and it's provided a lot of good results here tonight. You got Mayhew on him. Has not gotten close enough to trigger the 5 seconds. Now has. He drives inside, gets out to Buchanan for 3, misses. It's poked out of bounds by Calvert, and it will be Georgetown basketball. As we get some subs in, I think Hansen and Adrian Brown come in for Dowd and looks like Lucas Lyle. No, it's Q Presley and Lucas Lyle. Dowd will stay on the court. So Q Presley taken out of the game now. 1:22 left to go, down by 8. And at this point, they've had 2 guards, Hansen and Brown, who have been effective tonight, but Hansen's usually more of a shooting guard, spot-up shooter type of deal. Now he's going to be asked to play the point. It's going to be an interesting switch now offensively as he goes full speed ahead to cross midcourt, gets it to Dowd on the far wing. Good defense, kind of loses his dribble. He's going out of control. Oh, but a reach-in foul. Saves likely a turnover there by the Eagles. Dowd had it poked away early. It was going a little too fast and was losing control, but the aggressive reach by Ryan Buchanan draws the foul. There'll be an inbounds play and a chance to set something up offensively for the Eagles, who are in desperate need of points coming into this fourth quarter. 1:10 left to go in the third. Gets it into Hansen, who will take it across midcourt, contested by Calvert. They're really face guarding everybody on this Eagles team, not making anything easy with this man-to-man defense. Dupre's got it now, hesitates, goes inside, physical play, goes with a runner and hits it. No foul. but Dupree hits it anyway, and he's really having a sensational game. Another bucket, under 50 seconds to go now, a 6-point lead for Pflugerville. It's going to be interesting to see if Georgetown contests and does not allow Pflugerville to tick the time off to attempt a last shot. It looks like they just might, but they're drawing Evan Mayhew all the way out to half court. That could be a mismatch now for Javion Martin. It's going to be Johnson dribbling on him. They are trying to use the clock. Mayhew's going out there. An alley-oop attempt is fouled and prevented, but it will be free throws, and that's the consequence of drawing Mayhew out. You lose your rim protection. It's then Ryan Dupree who's trying to guard the alley-oop attempt. They go for it, couldn't execute, but they do have 2 more free throw attempts for his 5th and 6th, for Javion Martin's 5th and 6th attempt from the free throw line this quarter. 2 shots, 24 seconds to go in the third. His first free throw attempt is perfect. Right down the hatch to put Pflugerville at 40. 1 more on the way. And hits it. So 6 of 6 from the line for Javion Martin in this quarter as the Pflugerville Panthers retake an 8-point lead. Hansen now 17 seconds. Now let's see if Georgetown tries to go for a last shot or if they'd want to leave some time to maybe get something turnover to offense. They're really struggling. And it's going to be a 5-second defensive call on a turnover. Hansen could not break free of the defense, which has been relentless all quarter. This man-to-man coverage has really given Georgetown a lot of fits. It's going to be a turnover with a 5-second presence. And now Pflugerville with another last chance opportunity to score before halftime. Into Martin, takes it with 5 seconds to go in the quarter. He's going to slow things down or drive inside him. Mayhew gets it up and gets it to go. Javion Martin will have the final shot of the quarter and take the lead all the way up to 10 for the Panthers. A dominant third quarter. We'll come back with the fourth. Georgetown's got to lock in this fourth quarter.
Royalty, put blame on me. Hate my trends. Word up OG, watch how you talking your tone. What I be on, you cannot make me a clone. You already know T versus T.
The fourth quarter has arrived. A 10-point ball game. Georgetown finds themselves down 43-33. The Pflugerville defense in the first and third quarter has really caused a lot of problems. A quick shout out to our sponsors, Mike Hike, Jeep, Ram, Chrysler, and Dodge, and then as well as Ford. Big shout out to those guys for bringing Georgetown Eagles basketball to you guys free of charge. Fourth quarter, Georgetown needs points on every offensive set here. Dupree was totally losing possession. They're going to give him a foul, which is really going to bail Georgetown out of a dicey spot. He was attempting to spin around the defender and totally lost it on the take. And it's going to be another inbounds play, so no free throws coming for the Eagles, but another chance, another crack at an offensive set. And they really need to find some sort of success and some sort of execution as the inbounds play is stolen. But they're going to get a foul away from the ball on Miles Johnson, who is prohibiting Dupree from breaking three. Another turnover that was negated by a foul by Pflugerville. So this is the third chance now for Georgetown to get something going on offense. They desperately need this, and they do get it off to Dowd, who pulls up for three, misses the rim. An outlet pass down the field is knocked away by Brown, recovered by Dupree. Georgetown in transition, a pull-up three by Hansen, and he hits it. A big-time shot by Nick Hansen to get the scoring going in the fourth. A three-pointer in transition, defense to offense, and now tight defense now coming from the Eagles, trying to make life difficult on the Pflugerville Panthers. Gothi gets it and then pass it out to Johnson, who resets at midcourt. Adrian Brown on defense. He's more than content to take out as much clock as possible, and now Brown goes after him. Johnson gets it to Buchanan, who has not hit a shot since that first quarter. Back to Gothi in the close wing. Dowd on him. Still taking a lot of time. Jab step, gets a screen. Doesn't get a whole lot of separation, though, and he's going to have to pass it out, and Martin resets up top. A fake pass back out to Miles Johnson. Now it's Adrian Brown on him. A spin move, a pull-up, jumper. Can't get it to go. Good board by Jaheim Dowd. And it gives it up to Sedgwick past midcourt. He's going to go, slow it down, back to Dupre. On the run, it closes off Dowd's face. Flies away, a turnover. Jaheim Dowd's on the court still. Hope he's okay. On the meanwhile, Pflugerville dives his right to the court. A big-time bucket there by Javion Martin, who Nick Hansen really had no chance of stopping. And it's going to be a timeout on the court. So we'll take it with him. Fourth quarter, a big-time quarter here. We're going to have to see how Georgetown finishes the game. Pflugerville 6 minutes, 33 seconds away from solidifying their playoff spot. Georgetown down by 9, in desperate need of an offensive flurry in this fourth quarter. Still a lot of time left, 6.5 minutes, but they need to get in a rhythm quicker rather than later. Get inside to Dowd, cutter pass to Dupre, who gets great position on the inside. And that's exactly how you start. Dupre's been a menace interior all game long. Another bucket on the inside. And it cuts the lead down to 7. Pflugerville now trying to regain that 9-point lead. It's Miles Johnson working on Hansen. Gets it out to Gothi. Dowd on him. It's close guarded. Gets a step. Steps back. Doesn't pull the trigger. Now goes inside and takes it. He's going to get it short, but it's going to be an offensive board. Gets it blocked by Dupre. And now Georgetown's on the move. Dupre slows it down. Gets it across half court to Sedgwick on the close wing. And now to Hansen. Pull up 3. Looks too long. And Dowd's going to get a foul on the attempt to knock the ball away from Buchanan.
Number 21, Jaheim Dowd.
So another foul on the Eagles. Brian Buchanan on the inbounds play. 5:42 left to go in the game. Georgetown down by 7. And I think it's going to be another foul on Jaheim Dowd. Another hook as Gothi was trying to break out and get the ball. So 2 quick fouls on Jaheim Dowd. No sub on the way. 5:41 to go in the fourth quarter. They get in quickly to Javion Martin, who was unguarded. Now, it's important to note, Evan Mayhew was off the court right now, so this is Ryan Dupre's responsibility to guard Javion Martin. He's dribbling on the close wing, takes it out to Gothi. Another swipe, no call that time on Dowd. And I think they're going to get a third foul on Dowd. They are. 3 quick fouls on Jaheim Dowd, playing some physical defense. And they're going to sub him out now for Q Presley. 5:24 left to go. Jaheim Dowd, 3 fouls in relative quick succession within 20 seconds of themselves. Pflugerville still with an inbounds play on their side of the court. Gets inside of Calvert, back out to Gothi. He gets jumped, double teamed, splits it. Back out to Martin, who's got Q Presley on him. Now Gothi's got it inside. Interesting defensive look there by Georgetown. And Pflugerville splits it well. Gives the bucket inside to put the lead back up to 9. In transition, a pull-up 3 by Dupre. Thought about it and hits it. Ryan Dupre feeling it for this Georgetown offense in the biggest spot of the season where they need him the most. He has come through and showing up in a big way. Lead down to 6 now, under 5 minutes to go. Javion Martin showing the spin move. Gets inside, a good look inside with a floater and hits it. Miles Johnson, a well-executed floater there on a great look by Javion Martin. And now Georgetown find themselves once again down by 8. Dupre's going inside, gets doubled, gets fouled on the take. And so they're likely going to have another inbounds opportunity. It did not look like he had fully commit to the shooting motion, and it will be an inbounds play. 8-point game, 4 minutes, 34 to go. Georgetown needs to score every time they touch the ball. They get it into Dupre. A jab step, pump fake, goes inside. I think he's going to travel. Yes, sir. A travel on Ryan Dupre, a critical turnover on an opportunity that he had another size mismatch, was about to take off and go, but the footwork got a little too fancy, and Pflugerville's going to retake possession. Javion Martin out-guarded by Q Presley. A great job boxing him out and dribbling as the big man, getting across. He gets doubled, gets the pass off though. Now back out to Gothi. Passes up the open three, goes inside, an extra pass. Oh, a clean block. Looked dicey to me, a clean block though, but the transition pass was too far and took Q Presley out of bounds. Another critical turnover by the Eagles gives Pflugerville right back another offensive opportunity. It looks like we're going to have a timeout by the Eagles. 4 minutes, 7 seconds in the fourth quarter. When we come back, the final.
Timeout, Georgetown.
Once again, the story of tonight for the Eagles, critical turnovers at the crucial points of the game. This third and fourth quarter, coming out of a tie game at halftime of 26 each. Georgetown has absolutely struggled to find an offensive rhythm. Only down by 8, still 4 minutes to go, so plenty of time to find themselves back in the lead in regulation or even in overtime if need be. But they have really struggled to find an offensive set, an offensive identity, an offensive flow, and Pflugerville's made them pay. They take it across, he's doubled, Gothi is. He gets inside of Martin though, and that's going to be too easy. A well done job there by Pflugerville to dissect the double team immediately, get it to the open man, and now Nick Hansen in transition going quick to Dupre in the far wing. Jab step back up to Q Presley. His three on the way, cannot get it to go. Brown with a great offensive board though, another chance now for Georgetown. Q Presley back has it, picks up his dribble. Now it's going to be Hansen on the close wing to Dupre up top. Loses the ball, now gets to work, goes inside. Physical move, but can't get it to go. Gets his own miss, gets it blocked. And somebody stepped out of bounds and touched it. It's going to be Miles Johnson, stepped out of bounds when he made contact with the ball. So it'll be an inbounds play for Georgetown, but a lot of time going off the clock without points being scored. And Coach Canfield is not happy about the call. He looks convinced that was a slap on the arm. It was not called there. He's not going to get his way in this one, though, and so it will just be an inbounds play. The refs are still talking to Canfield. You have to hope he does not get called for a tech and hurt his team further at a desperate position for his squad, but they're still going, and he's definitely still hot. They look like, hey, as calm as Canfield can be, they're going to let him continue. The inbounds play gets into Dupre quickly. He's doubled and then backed off by Buchanan. Now Dupre one-on-one, and he loses the ball. Javion Martin with a steal, a one-on-one opportunity. Can't connect, but it's offensively boarded, and the take is put in transition. Defense to offense once again for Pflugerville, and we have another stoppage on the court. This has really been a consistent theme for the Eagles. In critical moments, they've really been unable to match the energy of the other team. As we have what seems to be a timeout. They haven't put the clock up. Now they have. It's going to be a quick one, 30 seconds, so we'll keep it here. But this Eagles team has really struggled to match the aggression and the energy of their opponents in the fourth quarters, in the third quarters, in the second halves in general, really. And once again tonight, Pflugerville now up by 12 with not much time left to go in this fourth quarter. It's really been a struggle with a lot of games that I've been able to call for them to find something. They haven't really had a consistent go-to guy, really. Dupre's played well tonight, but Q Presley has absolutely struggled. He had 30 points in their first matchup, and he has a goose egg tonight with 3:09 left to go in the fourth. In desperate need now of any kind of points, every single time they touch the ball, it'll be Sedgwick on the inbounds play to Hansen. Just above 3 minutes to go, potentially for Georgetown's season. It's going to be another turnover, a miscommunication on offense. Pflugerville's got it going the other way. They're going to slow it down. Up to Miles Johnston, mid-court. Got Hansen on him. Takes a step inside, gets a step. He's going to dribble it out, though. Back out to Gothi. Gets doubled. Finds the open man immediately. And now Culver's going to take it inside. Get Martin for the dunk. Javion Martin left alone. A great pass there. Another open man. And the dunk there to put it up by 14. And Georgetown, Q Presley hits a quick three. His first bucket of the game. And now the lead is just 11. 2 minutes 21 to go. Doubled. It's passed out well. Martin, another opportunity. Another dunk. Deja vu. Javion Martin puts it up to 57 now. 13-point lead. 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Nick Hansen, a three-pointer. Can't connect. Javion Martin to the board. And he's going to go again. Pass out to Johnson. He's going to slow it down. Up to Gothi at midcourt. Under 2 minutes to go. This is going to be a challenge either way. It's going to be a double team and a timeout by Pflugerville to save potentially a turnover. There was a bad spot. Under 2 minutes to go. Georgetown fighting for their playoff season. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:52 to be specific. Pflugerville is going to have an inbounds play. They get it into Gothi, and they're more than content to run out the clock, so we're going to see some aggression defensively for Georgetown, just trying to do anything as the double team comes, but he splits it early. Gothi does. It's going to be a good pass to Calvert, who gets it back outside. They're going to continue to take a lot of time. Double team comes, a split interiorly again. Buchanan now in the close wing. A dangerous pass, but it gets it away. Sedgwick looked like he's tracking it down, and now another cut inside. Another opportunity to potentially score, but they're going to be content using a lot of this time. 1:20 to go now. Javion Martin's got it. They continue to run the clock. Another good pass inside. Another good pass back out to Buchanan. 1:10 to go. Georgetown cannot. At this point, they might have to start fouling soon. And Adrian Brown does foul Javion Martin. No real chance to stop another dunk flush. Looks like it might be an inbounds play, so they might have gotten him early. But a minute just came off the clock. No score, but that's a problem for Georgetown. It's down 13 at this point. 69 seconds to go in the game. Looking very, very dicey. Inbounds play pulled off successfully. Buchanan's got it. Now back to Culver. He's getting doubled. Looking for a man. He throws it away. So there's the turnover that Georgetown needed. But you would have liked for them to have gotten that a little bit early. Now just 1:01 to go, down 13. It will take a bona fide miracle for Georgetown to even tie this game, let alone come back and attempt to win. And we're going to get a timeout by Georgetown before they get an opportunity for the inbounds, try to talk it over. We'll come back, the final minute to go. The final minute in this fourth quarter. Georgetown needs 13. They're going to need a lot of quick points and a lot of quick turnovers and stops. We're probably going to end up playing the free throw game at some point as they get the inbounds pass up to Q. Under a minute now to go. He's going to have to score very quickly. He's going to try to set up a play. And two Georgetown players run into each other off the leg of Adrian Brown. It's going to be another turnover, and that just might do it. Pflugerville will retake possession. Inbound play to Jordan Davis. They might be trying to foul him. They didn't. That's going to be an alley-oop attempt. It's executed well enough. Couldn't dunk it home. Kind of just tips it in, but it will be two more for Pflugerville. 36 seconds to go. Nick Hansen just trying to make something happen. Gets inside, gets the runner to fall. Nick Hansen with another bucket. Under 30 to go now, though, and it looks like Georgetown's content with just letting this game end. 59-46 looks to be your final. 20 to go. Pflugerville passing it around. Does not look like Georgetown will foul, and that will do it. So 59-46, Pflugerville essentially will lock up a playoff spot. They'll move up to 6-5. Georgetown falls to 4-6. 3 straight district losses. 5 of their last 6 games have been losses. A tough stretch to end the season. 2 more games still to come for Georgetown. All hope is not yet lost. We'll talk more about that after this final break. The final from Georgetown High School, Pflugerville 59, your Georgetown Eagles 46. 3 straight district losses at the clutch point of the season is always a tough pill to swallow for coaching staff, for the team themselves, because you always feel like late in the season you're gelling. You're really meshing together. You're playing your best ball. And instead, we've really seen Georgetown starting to play some of their worst basketball this season towards the final stretch. I mentioned before the break, 5 of the last 6 games have been losses. Their only win coming against Elgin, who is at the current bottom of the standings in district. Georgetown still has 2 games left. The problem is it's against Connolly at home, the current number 2 seed in district. They're 5-4. And then at Eastview to end the season, who are 9-0 in district, already the district champions. That will be a tough game, and Georgetown has to win them both. There is no more room for error if they want even a chance at making the playoffs. They do have the head-to-head over Weiss, who came in tonight tied at 4-5. Georgetown loses, drops to 4-6. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled on what Weiss does tonight. But it's going to be a tough stretch for Georgetown now. 2 of the toughest games, 2 of the toughest teams in district to come, and they have to win these games if they want the playoffs. A quick shout-out, player of the game for me, Ryan Dupre, 16 points. It was really their only offensive firework tonight. And before I head out, 2 shout-outs. Firstly, our sponsors, Mike Hike, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Mike Hike Ford and Lincoln. They bring everything to us for free. I believe, if I remember correctly, they've worked on Jerry Ann's and Wally's Jeep. They're the only company that can touch theirs, so go check them out. Let them know that you heard about them from us. They love to hear that, and we love when you guys check out our sponsors. They do so much to bring these things to you guys for free rather than having to lock this behind a subscription service. And finally, before I wrap it up, another shout out to Wally Harmon for trusting me with the call tonight. Hopefully I made everybody over there proud. Hopefully that it was a watchable product for everybody at home. And hopefully this is only getting started for myself. But again, another shout out for Wally Harmon, just giving me the opportunity, trusting me to do this and bring this to all of you guys free of charge on the First Responders Network. We'll say goodnight to it from here. I won't steal Wally's catchphrase. I'll give him credit, but remember, it doesn't cost a dime to be kind. Quote the great Wally Harmon. We'll see you guys Friday at home, Connolly. Second to last game. Show up. If you can't show up, listen to us here on this network. We're going to have the same call. Wally Harmon, I believe, will be back for that one. So sick of my voice, you'll hear his. But either way, that's going to be a very fascinating last 2 games for Georgetown. And that's going to be it for here. Thanks for listening.